Hello everyone, I'm Ridley. I'm a storyboard artist and a cartoonist. Today I'm going to be storyboarding a simple and not overly extreme conversation between two characters, and let's just see how we can push it and make the conversation more visually appealing. So I'm actually in need of some fresh new storyboards to just update and sprucing up my storyboard section in my portfolio. Which I do plan on making a video of how to set up your own portfolio and hopefully have it ready by next month for Pasadena's Lightbox Expo in October. More on that later. Let's see if we can work on whipping up some new storyboards. So when starting from scratch, it's good to start off by asking yourself some questions. Is this for live action, a cartoon? What kind of cartoon? Like an adult sitcom or something more wacky? Today we're going to be picking something more in the genre of wacky cartoons. I'm going to be using my own characters, Ramble and Marty. I already have plenty of references of them, and after fleshing out their character designs, they look pretty fun to use for a story or two. So what are Ramble and Marty up to? The storyboard doesn't need to be very long. Most recruiters, when they look at your portfolio, just want to quickly skim through all the frames. They don't really have time for animatics. Now, of course, you can flesh it out completely if you want to, but you do want to show some slideshow examples just for them to quickly know that you know how to tell a story and draw characters with lots of energy. So I'm going to think of a quick story, a little scene that's going to have one focus. I'm going to focus on a simple comedic dialogue. Every storyboard example that you do should have a main focus. If you're going to do an action scene, focus on action. If you want to draw a suspenseful scene, focus on that. Just try not to mix too many things like drama, comedy, action, all in one example. So here's my simple scene. Marty wants to sit down and relax on his own comfy little pillow that his grandma made him, but someone has sat on it, and he suspects that it's Ramble. So he goes over to Ramble to try to suggest that he should probably take a bath, and that idea Ramble isn't so pleased about. And that's it. Nothing super complicated. There are plenty of moments in cartoon where there's going to just be casual conversations between characters. Not everything has to always be super wacky and on level 10 high shenanigans all the time. So it's good to practice how to make the best of a simple conversation. But that means we need to add a lot of visual interest through character poses. So I've already whipped up some thumbnails, which is when you sketch out the layout, camera angle, or composition to find out where are the characters in the space. And since I'm doing a very simple talking scene, the compositions aren't going to be very crazy, but it's just a good guideline and general idea of what I'm going to be doing. So I will definitely be referencing it throughout the video. It also helped me figure out what kind of backgrounds I'm going to have to make. Now that all that boring planning stuff is over, now the real fun begins. So every time I draw a character, I'm going to push the pose and gesture every moment I get. Like right here, we have Marty sitting down on a chair. A very simple movement. We can have him just, sit down. But I wanted to push it in subtle ways, like have Marty really bend over, and just as he's about to sit down, he realizes, ooh, this pillow needs some fluffing. And remember, every time you draw the characters, keep them on model. You don't have to include every small detail, but make sure to simplify the character down, because our main focus is just to show where the characters are in the space, their poses, and their expressions. Now, this wasn't in the script originally, but I thought I could add a quick funny gag that there's a bug up his nose and he's also disgusted by the smell. So if it's short and it supports whatever it's written in the script, it's okay to go above and beyond and add some extra scenes that you think would help the joke or whatever else is happening. Now, Ramble is a very expressive character compared to Marty's shyness. So in this scene where Marty confronts Ramble, I'm going to really push every beat of Ramble's sentence. So for example, right here, Ramble is upset that Marty would suggest such a thing like, go take a bath or you smell. So instead of just him wagging his finger being upset, how about I really show it throughout every word that he spits out? Right here, we can have him being like, oh, I can't believe my own brother would suggest such a thing. Every couple words is its own emotion and expression in itself. So let's really enunciate every word that he says throughout different emotions. So let's have Ramble throw his arms up in the air before it comes right back into his body and he looks upset. He's on the verge of tears, but then he clenches his hands because he's about to point a finger at Marty, blaming him for, I guess, suggesting to take a bath. I don't really know. And that's it. A very simple scene, nothing extreme, but I tried to at least add a lot of visual interest. I think next time I'll storyboard something more dynamic, like maybe Ramble and Marty are on a high-speed chase or something. Who knows what those two are always up to. That's it for today's video, and I'll catch you guys next time.